moving on, right on your screen, you can see Tata Motors numbers flashing, and this time around what we have seen that the consolidated revenue has been reported at 1.05 lakh crores, and that's in line to what the street was working is, while there has been, if we talk about the other performance, and the EBIT margin has come in around 13.3%. That's almost in line to what we were working with, because do remember that this time around, if we see the numbers for Tata Motors, we were expecting a good jump on the back of the whole volume pickup that we have seen for Tata Motors happening. We'll be definitely watching out for the JLR EBIT margin, and if we look at the EBIT margin this time around, the expectation was for 6% when it comes to their JLR EBIT margins, and the company has reported 6.5%. That's definitely good set, because FY23 has definitely been a turnaround for Tata Motors in that sense. When it comes to the profit figure for the company, then we have the numbers wherein the profit figure was 5,410 crores, and that is versus the expectation of 4,300 crores. So definitely a good set being reported by Tata Motors. And other than that, if we talk about some of the other internals, then the company's commentary that is flashing on your screen, they say that they remain optimistic onto the demand situation. So these are some of the highlights that we are getting on Tata Motors. The management says that the EBIT margins to be over 6%, and they are delivering significantly towards the free positive cash flow to reduce their net debt further, while increasing the net investments through £3 billion. So that is the commentary, because they have earlier guided that the free cash flow situation is expected to improve for Tata Motors. And that's what we are seeing, because for the full year of FY23, Tata Motors JLR division did guide for free cash flow into the positive territory of around £500 billion. And for the Q4 FY23, they have guided for £800 million. So definitely a good set being reported by Tata Motors. They do say that the demand for our exceptional modern and the luxury vehicles right now remains strong, with a pipeline going ahead that will have a focus on the electrification, and the management commentary is definitely seen to be on the positive side. So that's what we are seeing for Tata Motors. We were awaiting a dividend announcement as well, and looking at that, the company has declared a dividend of 2 rupees. So that's in line to what the market was actually working with, because this time around, after 2016, we are seeing Tata Motors coming out with their dividend announcement. And back in 2016, the dividend announcement was just a mere 0.2 rupees, that is 20 paisa. So the dividend expectation wasn't much, but that opens the door for further dividend announcements going ahead, as the company keeps focusing onto their debt deleveraging plan. Onto the show, let's call in Mithul Shah, who is the head of research at Reliance Securities. Hi, a very good afternoon, Mithun. Help us with your first cut on Tata Motors. This time around, we are seeing a good performance by JLR, where the EBIT margin has been 6.5%. How do you see the numbers versus your expectation?
Yeah, good afternoon. Thanks for having me on the show. Numbers are reasonably good. So top line is more or less in line with the estimates in terms of net profit. There is a clear-cut bit, and particularly as you pointed out, JLR margins are coming this time very stellar compared to past so many quarters. Of course, to a production level which has increased to a almost like a 8 quarters highest level, and that is helping company primarily, as JLR is a major chunk of overall consolidated performance for this company.
Okay, but Mithun, a 2 rupees dividend announcement is what the company has made, and that's after 2016. What was the street expectation? Because what we understand that they weren't expecting a big amount for the dividend play this time around, but going ahead for FY24 and the 25, the outlook remains strong. So how is the dividend number coming in, and what's your say on that?
The dividend number, they already indicated earlier dividends they are going to declare, and that was built in the expectation. Of course, this a few days ago it was considered as a big surprise, because company was company never declared dividend in past few years because of the financial stage, particularly debt being very high, and in fact many quarters company reported losses. So this time earlier also there was a strong positive indication in terms of the cash flow for the quarter during initial press release given by. So we believe that dividend probably will increase from this level in FY24 and 25 as company's balance sheet is also becoming stronger and cash flow generation is reasonably improving since last two quarters, and further it should improve going forward with a better production level on account of the semiconductor is particularly for JLR.
Okay, Mithun, please hang on. We also have Abhishek, who is the Deputy Vice President Research at Sharekhan. Hi, very good afternoon, Abhishek. Help us with your first take on Tata Motors. And FY23 has definitely been a turnaround year for their JLR division. They started a year on a negative, with a negative EBIT margin, and now taking it higher to 6.5%. So going ahead, what kind of a number that you will be penciling in for their JLR EBIT margins? Will you be expecting more improvements from here on?
See, definitely. First of all, the numbers were above estimates, although revenue was close to our estimates, but on the margin front, it is definitely beat, and we expect that it's largely driven by the JLR performance only. But beyond that, what Mithun has rightly indicated that the improvement in its balance sheet position would help Tata Motors more to gather valuation in the market. So going forward, what we are seeing in the company is that the semiconductor chip situation is gradually easing out. Well, second, the company is sitting on an order book of roughly 2 lakh units. Third, that gradually it is improving its product mix. So that would help company to register better profitability going forward. And if you see that it's this CV business has been performing well, and the company has changed its strategy from chasing plain vanilla volume growth to a profitable volume growth. So that is also helping it in registering better profit margin. And third is on the CV side. So on the PV side, that the company has been gaining market share. So if you talk about the going forward, then this quarter appears to be a quarter where all of its cylinders are firing simultaneously. And on base of that, if it is reducing its net automotive debt, then definitely company would augur for healthy valuation or re-rating in the valuation going forward.
Abhishek, just wanted to have your take onto the stock price expectation coming Monday, because back in Q3, where the street was expecting a negative number, the company reported a profit of over 3,000 crores. So that was a surprise. But now that the street was actually working with a good set of numbers, with a kind of a volume build up for the JLR as well as the India division. So any upgrades that are likely for Tata Motors, or now that we have seen the stock price going above that 500 odd levels, you believe that the upside is limited now, but for the long term, the story remains positive? What's your outlook for the Monday stock price expectation?
And reverse to that thought process, we believe that the stock has not seen a significant re-rating in recent past. And whatever the jump up has been seen, this has been seen when JLR has reported 94,000 kind of a number, where the street was expecting only 80,000 kind of a number. I have to check that what kind of a free cash flow they have generated. But if you see that in first 9 months, they have generated negative cash flow. It was expected to generate a positive cash flow in this quarter. So based on that, this kind of a free cash flow generation and this operating performance, I think that larger part of the street will take it positively. And we have a positive view on the company.